Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Unscripted and Unchained RPG Review. I am DM Bluddworth, and as you can see by the graphics, today's video is RPG a Day 2021. It is day 2, and so today's prompt is maps. I also had the opportunity to change that to senses, plan, or voice, but I decided to go with map or maps, plural, for this particular video. Now, as I mentioned in yesterday's video, I have pre-recorded these because I'm about to go on vacation, and so these will drop at the same time every day over the next 10 or so days, and so that's something that you can anticipate. So that was a change that I've made this time around because I happen to be going on vacation in the first week of August as opposed to in July when I usually go. Second thing is I'm going to try to keep these very short, so 5 minutes or so, unless the topic is something that gets really expansive. So for the most part, these will be small little bites, or what YouTube now calls YouTube Shorts. So helps me kill two birds with one stone there as well. So maps. Now, different ways that we can use maps. I know playing virtually online, there are various programs that you can do, whether it be Fantasy Grounds or Roll20, where you can put the maps out there, and they're interactive at maps. In other words, the characters can, or the players can move their character icons across the maps, and they can see things revealed in real time. So the technology has really advanced things to the point that you can do some truly amazing things with maps online. I'm a lot more old school than that, though, and I like either doing doing maps and showing the maps, and using an actual physical map, such as, here is the world of Greyhawk. I just started a new campaign, or I'm getting ready to start a new campaign, an AD&D first edition campaign set in Greyhawk. And so this map has become, very prominent, obviously, in what I'm planning on doing, and it just helps me in my writing of either adventures or where to organize and set pre-made official adventures throughout where I have my party beginning. So I like physical maps as well. You can also utilize a number of different map making resources that you can find online. Most of them are free, and so you can go in there and actually you can create your own maps. And there are so many that I'm not going to try to guide you towards, any one in particular or so. I think there's one called Dungeon Scrawl, or Scribble or something like that. That's one that I've looked at and kind of tweaked around. They're not all that easy to use. So that's the one detractor to those. And again, I prefer, to use physical. And if I have to, I will, photograph it or print it out and then mark it up, and then, photograph it, save it to my computer, and then I can share a marked up map to my players without actually damaging the real one. So there's a lot of things that you can do with producing maps and then giving them out to your players so that they have that same working map. I'd also encourage players out there to get a booklet of of graph paper. So get a booklet of graph paper and a couple pencils and a decent eraser, and actually just map out as you're going on adventures. I mean, that's like real old school. So you're sitting there and you'll have one player in the group is the official cartographer and just mapping out the dungeon as they go. And that really brings me back to to my very first experience, where I'll never forget having the graph paper and the pencils and actually mapping out 10 feet at a time, going through our very first dungeon. And this would have been back in 1977 or 78, so it goes back quite a ways, to when I was 10 or 11 years old. So maps are really important. I think maps are, just a visual that you really should not try to function without, whether you're playing in person or online. The utilization of maps helps put the players really into the setting, into the mood. It gives them a sense of the size of the world. When they see, hey, just one of these hexes is 75 miles per hex, and so it gives them some perception of how big the world actually is, and what a small part that they actually play in that big broad world. So once again, thanks for joining. I hope you like this video. If you have any other innovative ways that you use maps that I haven't mentioned, then please feel free to put them in there. If you know any programs online that are free, and second, fairly easy to use, then please feel free to leave a mention of that in the comments section. Once again, thanks for joining. Stay safe out there. I look forward to seeing you on a gaming screen sometime soon. Like I said, I have a new campaign beginning. It'll officially begin on August 16th, so Monday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern time, and we'll see how long it goes. Right now, I think I have around 9 or 10 players. So hopefully they enjoy it, and you can always cycle in as you wish to with that particular campaign, and you will get plenty of nice marked up maps and stuff that we'll be using throughout the course of their adventures. So again, thanks for joining. Have a great day.